And welcome. I'm going to be doing my presentation today. If I can get technical difficulties worked out. On Lucy. I'm going to call it Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. The story of the Australopithecus afarensis and human evolution. Interesting subject. You'll see my skeleton of Lucy here and a typical picture of human evolution ending off with the current state of Western society right now. And I'm going to get forward now. Who is Lucy? Lucy is a fossil that was found that was actually created approximately 3.2 estimated years ago. It's a hominoid that was discovered in Ethiopia in 1974 by paleoanthropologist Donald Johanson and colleague Tom Gray. It was very important in 1974 because it contributed to a lot of the human evolution theories about where humans evolved from, given our current status quo about Darwin's theories with natural selection, as well as, I'm receiving a phone call, as well as a lot of the creationist theories out there. So it's a big, big topic about where did humans derive from. So I'm going to introduce Lucy. Now, Lucy was actually discovered, and they named her Lucy. It's funny enough you ask, from the Lucy in the song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds by the Beatles, played during the Discovery celebration. So that's why they call it Lucy. The scientific definition of the discovery, they named it Australopithecus afarensis. Now, there's many different types of similar fossils and similar what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, the genoid or whatever, the phenotype, many different phenotypes out there that fossilized phenotypes that they found. This one in particular was dated to be older than 3 million years old. One of the oldest discoveries at that time in the 70s, and older than most of the stone tools that were previously discovered that showed some life. And what's really important about Lucy is that it had bipedal locomotive. So what happened was they discovered a knee in 1973. I'm pretty sure I got that. 1973, showing locking capabilities. And I'm going to show a picture of that. And that locking capabilities basically demonstrated the fact that these individuals, these apes or hominids, were able to walk upright, which is pretty important because it's showing the evolution and the fact not only were they able to walk upright with their hips and knees with a bipedal sort of locomotive, but they also discovered from the fossils evidence that they had a small brain due to the size of the skull, which would indicate that we, or that this species actually developed to stand upright and have bipedal locomotion, which would mean freedom of the hands, before before the development of a larger brain, if we try to make a connection between humans here. Now, Lucy in particular had 40% of her remains discovered, so the picture wasn't the greatest. And they also put together that her arms had characteristics for swinging and hanging still, which would mean long, droopy arms and uh, long fingers, curved fingers. Now, blah, 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 blah. Now, evolutionists and Johanson, they as we've gone from the 70s now to 2000s, evolutionists, including Johanson, believe that Lucy's species is related to some Latolai footprints, which were, and also discovery, which were found in Tanzania, that showed some footprints that were fossilized in some volcanic ash. And it was actually discovered by Mary Leakey, another scientist, 2 years after, and they were approximately the same date, approximately 3 million years old, which shows that they could be from the same era or generation or even same species. Now, like I said before, Johansen and evolutionists believe that they are the same because this one also represented bipedal locomotion because of the footprint itself had a very human-like footprint, which would represent that they stand upright. This is the footprint of more or less like an orangutan, something that would use a gripping motion with their foot, still climbing, not necessarily walking. What they discovered was a walking sort of footprint. And as you can see, there's a set and another set there, and it's as you, like noticeably something's upright, which leads to some pretty cool stuff. Several other fossils were discovered, all the same species and era, which would point to that there was a generations of beings that were of that. Ardi was discovered in 1992 in the same area of Ethiopia, but it was dated even older. It was 4 million years old and actually known to be the oldest hominoid fossil known out there from some records. It also showed bipedal characteristics as well. So let's give that a test right now.